Have you ever observed subtle shifts in your body and wondered whether they're simply natural signs of aging or something more significant? As men advance in age, certain physical transformations become apparent, some more noticeable than others. There is even one change you might detect by scent before you ever see it. These shifts are not random occurrences. They are clear indicators of how the body evolves over time. In this video, we're delving into 4 key aging indicators in men. 1 tied to smell, 2 that noticeably increase in size, and 1 that gets smaller. Some of these changes emerge gradually, while others might unexpectedly catch your attention one morning as you glance in the mirror. How many of these signs do you recognize in yourself? Stay with us until the end, because you may uncover something that explains a physical shift you've sensed, but never quite understood. By the time we're done, you'll have a clearer picture of what's happening within your body and what steps, if any, you can take to manage these changes. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about a distinct scent associated with aging. If you've ever been inside a retirement home or spent time with older adults, you might have noticed a particular aroma. This isn't a matter of hygiene or aftershave preferences. It's something that originates on a much deeper level, on a cellular scale. As men age, biochemical transformations in the skin lead to the development of a compound called non-enal. Non-enal is a byproduct of oxidized fatty acids and is responsible for an odor often described as slightly grassy, waxy, or even stale. While it is odorless to some, others can pick up on it rather easily. Unlike typical body odors caused by bacteria interacting with sweat, non-enal clings to fabrics, lingers on the skin, and resists conventional soaps, making it more challenging to wash away. Younger skin naturally sheds and refreshes its oils, but as skin matures, oxidized fatty acids accumulate, intensifying this scent over time. Consider Richard, a 74-year-old former engineer. He started to notice that his clothing retained a particular scent even after multiple washes. One day, his granddaughter casually remarked, "Grandpa, you smell like old books and wood." At first, he assumed it was his cologne or detergent, but after switching products with no change, he realized the scent was coming from his skin. Research indicates that individuals over 40 begin to produce small amounts of non-enal, but by the time men enter their 70s, the scent becomes far more pronounced. Fortunately, while you can't completely halt its production, you can take measures to minimize its buildup. Soaps, specifically designed to remove excess oils, can be more effective than regular body washes. Eating antioxidant-rich foods, such as leafy greens, citrus fruits, and green tea, may also help by reducing oxidative stress. Since non-enal binds to clothing, washing garments with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays designed for aging skin can significantly lessen its presence. If you've ever wondered why your natural scent has evolved over the years, rest assured that it's not just in your imagination. It's a completely natural part of aging, something that every older man encounters at some point. Next, let's discuss another common sign of aging: a growing waistline that seems impossible to shrink. Many older men notice their midsection expanding even when their diet and activity levels haven't changed. This isn't just a matter of consuming extra calories or cutting back on exercise. As men age, metabolism slows down, muscle mass decreases, and hormonal changes make fat storage, especially around the abdomen, much more efficient. Even if your eating habits remain the same as they were in your 40s or 50s, your waistline might still be increasing. A significant reason for this is the natural decline in testosterone levels, which impacts the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing muscle over time results in a lower metabolic rate, making it easier for extra calories to be stored as fat. For many men, this shift isn't just cosmetic, it affects daily life. Clothes may start feeling tighter, bending over becomes more challenging, and carrying additional weight can make movement less comfortable. Take Frank, a 76-year-old who had always maintained a lean build throughout his younger years. Over time, he found that his belly seemed to expand despite his consistent eating habits and activity levels. He realized that maintaining his previous physique required more than just willpower. It necessitated adjustments in diet and exercise that account for the body's natural aging process. The good news? While reversing this trend completely may be difficult, certain strategies can help manage it. Strength training can counteract muscle loss, while reducing processed sugars and increasing protein intake may aid in maintaining muscle mass. Additionally, engaging in regular movement, whether through walks, yoga, or weight-bearing exercises, can help keep metabolism active and prevent excessive fat accumulation. As you grow older, understanding these bodily changes helps you adapt and make informed decisions about your health. Recognizing what's within your control can empower you to take proactive steps toward maintaining your well-being. So, if you've noticed shifts in your body that seemed puzzling, you're not alone. Aging brings inevitable transformations, but with awareness and proper care, you can navigate these changes with confidence and ease. In his younger years, despite keeping his diet fairly consistent, he began noticing a strange shift in his body composition. His stomach seemed to protrude more than before, while his arms and legs appeared to slim down. Initially, he dismissed it as just another sign of aging, but what was really happening was a natural redistribution of fat. As he aged, more fat was being stored in his abdomen, while muscle mass in his limbs gradually decreased. The issue isn't just about appearance. Research suggests that an increase in abdominal fat among older men raises the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike fat stored in other parts of the body, belly fat is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory compounds that can influence everything from blood pressure to brain function. It's no surprise that men in their 70s and 80s with a higher weight baseline often report increased fatigue, joint discomfort, and even disturbances in their sleep patterns. So, what can be done to counter these changes? First, strength training is highly effective in slowing down muscle loss and keeping metabolism from declining too rapidly. Incorporating resistance exercises into a routine can help preserve lean muscle mass and maintain physical strength. Second, focusing on protein intake is essential. Consuming adequate protein supports muscle maintenance while also promoting satiety, making it easier to regulate body weight. Third, cutting back on processed carbohydrates and added sugars helps stabilize insulin levels and prevent additional fat accumulation. While some weight gain around the midsection is inevitable with age, leaving it unchecked can pose serious health concerns. If you've observed changes in your waistline despite maintaining the same diet and exercise habits, it's not just a figment of your imagination. It's your body responding to the natural hormonal shifts that come with aging. If you're still with me and finding this discussion insightful, drop a comment below with the number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I strongly recommend you do so and turn on notifications. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and empower you. Now, let's move on to something equally fascinating. You might not notice it right away, but your ears are actually growing as you get older. Unlike muscles that atrophy or fat that relocates, ears continue to increase in size throughout life. This is not just an illusion. There's a biological reason behind it. Cartilage, the flexible tissue that forms most of the outer ear, doesn't stop growing. Over the years, gravity pulls it downward, stretching the ears and making them appear even larger. If you've ever come across an old photograph of yourself and thought, "My ears didn't look this big before," you're absolutely right. Studies indicate that ears grow by approximately 0.08 inches per decade. By the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, the difference is noticeable. Take George, a retired teacher in his late 70s. He always had ears that were proportionate to his face, but one day, while flipping through his old wedding album, he was stunned by the change. His ears were not only larger, but also longer and droopier than he remembered. He also noticed his earlobes, once plump and round, had become thinner and stretched out, making his ears seem even more pronounced. This is a universal experience for aging men, though it's rarely discussed. Unlike bones or muscles, cartilage doesn't cease growing, and as the skin loses its elasticity, ears elongate over time. While this change isn't a medical concern, it does alter one's appearance. Some men even become self-conscious about it. So, is there a way to minimize this effect? While cartilage growth itself can't be halted, there are ways to slow down the drooping effect. Keeping skin hydrated, consuming collagen-rich foods, and protecting skin from excessive sun exposure can help maintain elasticity. For those who notice thinning or wrinkling earlobes, applying moisturizer and using vitamin-enriched skincare products can help improve their texture. At the end of the day, larger ears are simply a part of getting older, just like graying hair or wrinkles. It's not a sign of declining health. Rather, it's nature's way of ensuring you can still hear the world around you. And now, let's discuss another common but often surprising change. What's happening to your calves? As men age, one of the most noticeable shifts occurs in the legs, particularly in the calves. You might look down one day and realize that the once strong, well-defined muscles of your lower legs don't quite have the same shape or size as they used to. As we grow older, many changes take place in our bodies. Some obvious, others more subtle. One change that often goes unnoticed until it becomes a problem is the gradual loss of muscle mass, particularly in the lower legs. If you've noticed that your calves look smaller or feel weaker than they used to, you're not alone. This is a natural part of aging, known as muscle atrophy, and it occurs for a variety of reasons. One of the primary causes is the decline in key hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. These hormones play a crucial role in maintaining and rebuilding muscle tissue. As their levels decrease, the body loses muscle at a faster rate than it can replace it. This process happens gradually, but can become noticeable over time, especially in areas like the calves where muscle is frequently engaged in movement. Another factor is reduced physical activity. Many older adults stay active, but they may not challenge their muscles in the same way they once did. Activities like running, jumping, and heavy lifting engage the lower leg muscles intensively. When these activities are reduced or stopped altogether, those muscles weaken and shrink. Even if you take regular walks, you may not be engaging your calf muscles enough to maintain their strength and size. Circulatory changes also play a role. As we age, blood flow to the legs can decrease, leading to reduced oxygen and nutrient supply to the muscles. This makes it harder for the body to maintain muscle mass and function at an optimal level. Consider Robert, a man who spent decades in a physically demanding job that kept him on his feet. Throughout his younger years, his legs were strong and well-defined. But as he entered his late 60s and early 70s, he started noticing changes. His calves were shrinking, and activities that once felt effortless, like climbing stairs or rising from a chair, became more challenging. He initially dismissed it as just a part of getting older, but the real cause was a muscle atrophy brought on by decreased activity and hormonal changes. Losing muscle in the lower legs is more than just an aesthetic concern. It can lead to real physical consequences, including a loss of balance, increased risk of falls, and slower movement. Research has shown that men with reduced calf muscle mass are more likely to experience mobility issues as they age, making even simple daily activities more difficult. Maintaining lower body strength is one of the most important steps in preserving independence and quality of life. as you grow older. But here's the good news. Muscle loss isn't an inevitable part of aging. With the right approach, you can slow down the process and even regain some of the lost muscle strength. Simple yet effective exercises like calf raises, resistance band workouts, and brisk walking on an incline can make a significant difference. These activities help stimulate muscle growth and improve circulation, which in turn supports overall leg strength and function. Proper nutrition also plays a key role. Eating enough protein-rich foods, such as lean meats, eggs, and plant-based sources, supports muscle maintenance and recovery. Many older adults don't consume enough protein, which can further accelerate muscle loss. By making a conscious effort to include high-quality protein in your diet, you can provide your body with the essential building blocks needed to preserve muscle mass. If you've noticed your calves looking smaller or feeling weaker, don't ignore it. This isn't just a cosmetic change. It's a sign that your body needs attention. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of maintaining strength, mobility, and independence for years to come. If you've watched this video all the way through and found these insights valuable, let me know by commenting the number 4 below. Your feedback helps us understand what topics matter most to you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support allows us to continue bringing you practical, science-backed information to help you age with confidence and vitality. Now that we've explored this crucial aspect of aging, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you noticed any changes in your muscle strength? Do any of the points we discussed resonate with you? Aging is a natural process, but understanding it empowers you to take control of your health and well-being. Small, consistent efforts can make a world of difference, whether it's incorporating simple exercises, making mindful dietary choices, or simply staying informed. Aging isn't about decline. It's about adaptation, growth, and embracing the wisdom that comes with experience. Every change in your body tells a story of resilience and perseverance. Instead of worrying about what's changing, focus on what you can do to stay strong, mobile, and independent. By making conscious choices today, you set yourself up for a future where you can continue doing the things you love with ease and confidence. I'd love to hear from you. Which part of this discussion stood out the most? Have you noticed these signs in yourself or someone close to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know one thing you plan to do differently after watching this video. Your insights not only help us create better content, but they also inspire others in this community to take action. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your engagement helps us continue providing valuable information to support you in aging with strength, confidence, and vitality. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay active, stay informed, and keep moving forward.